Who doesn't love trees? That's going to be our topic today. Trees provide us shade, they provide us color, they beautify our yards, and they provide habitats for the animals. And this is a perfect time to be talking about them with our guest today, Ava Van Dyke from Barton Springs Nursery. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Great to have you here. And October is tree planting time, isn't it?
October is the best time. Winter is a great time to plant trees because
Right.
they have all that cold winter month, to establish their root system. They don't have to focus on their leaves or flowers, fruit production. They can just get healthy and get established in their new home in your yard.
We have lots of cool Texas native plants to talk about. We're going to start with Texas ash, which at this time of year I think of because of fall color.
Yes, the Texas ash has a beautiful golden yellow fall color. It's a beautiful canopy tree. Grows to about 30 to 45 feet, likes a well-drained soil.
Right.
And it's the only ash that's really good for our area. So,
Yeah.
it's a great ash.
Forget those Arizona ashes.
Yes,
Go with the Texas native, and it grows really well in the hill country and the caliche soils there.
It does, yes.
But I think it can grow in clay if you plant it up a little bit.
Yes, if you plant it up a little bit, if you amend with good soil,
Yeah.
you can get it to grow. Yeah.
Our next plant is my favorite fall color plant for Texas, big tooth maple of Lost Maples renown, a remarkable tree that grows in the hill country and protected canyons, but great for all sorts of areas, right?
Yes, absolutely. It's a wonderful fall color tree. The Texas ash has the golden yellows. The maple will have yellows, oranges into reds. Great tree. It would love to grow up in the protection of a declining tree. Like if you have that tree that you want to take out soon,
Right.
you could plant that big tooth maple now, let it grow up a little bit protected. It's a forest tree. It's a tree for protected areas.
Right.
And then get that fall color.
Yeah, the fall color is terrific. The form of the tree is beautiful as well. Those beautiful star-shaped maple leaves,
Yes.
absolutely great plant. And again, can grow in clay, but if you plant it up a little bit and maybe amend the soil with a little granite,
And
right?
the soil, just add some drainage. They would all love a sandy loam, like just a good soil.
One plant I wanted to talk about, and that is the flame leaf sumac. And that is a terrific plant for fall color and also for the birds as well.
A wildlife tree as flame leaf sumac is one of my favorite wildlife trees. And when you drive out 360, pretty soon you'll see the whole thing ablaze. Like this is the reds that people see and ask
Yes.
about is the flame leaf sumac. And in summer when nothing else blooms, you'll see these torch-like candle flowers. I mean, that's also why I got the name.
Yeah.
And bees just love it. So this is your perfect wildlife tree. It provides food for pollinators. It provides fruit for birds, seeds for birds later on.
Right.
And the leaves will feed insects for songbirds.
And the midsummer bloom, too, on top of all of
Midsummer
that.
bloom, when not much else blooms, this is what our native pollinators depend upon.
It's a super, super plant. It can be a little aggressive in terms of forming a little colony, but
Yes.
you can forgive it that.
It's easily controlled if you keep on top of it, but it
That's
does.
right.
And it's great for erosion control if you want to see the upside of that.
True, exactly, right. And another plant that you've brought along is the Blanco crabapple, which is, I think, a super little plant for Texas and gorgeous flowers.
It is. So that would be our spring color. We talked about fall color. Blanco crabapple would give the hawthorns a run for their money because we can't grow a lot of hawthorns in our soil. We can grow the Blanco crabapple. Again, it loves a well-drained soil, but you can help that. And the more sun you give it, full sun, it puts on a gorgeous display of pink flowers that fade into white. They have the look of single rose petals almost.
Yes.
And then they produce fruit, which are tiny apples, which you can even, I've made into an apple jelly, which is really
Right.
tart.
Or you can leave them for the squirrels.
Oh, you can. Definitely
But
feed our
they would
wildlife.
appreciate that. But it is our true apple
Yes.
for Texas.
Our native Texas apple.
There you go. And it's
somebody
a
wants-
terrific plant. I love the foliage on it too, by the way.
Yes, the foliage is beautiful, and you can get some fall color from it also.
The next plant we have is a wafer ash, and this is a really interesting little plant, and it's an important plant for a lot of wildlife.
It is an important plant for butterfly gardeners specifically because it is the host plant of the giant swallowtail butterfly.
Our favorite.
And then I love it in my understory because it seems to be alive. It's wispy. It moves, and the leaves move in the wind, and then the seeds are little circles, little hop-looking
Right.
circles that just always seem to be in movement. It's just this tree that.
The name wafer comes from the seed.
From the thin
right.
seeds, yes.
Beautiful little ornament on the plant. Right. So wafer ash, another terrific plant to add to our list. Now we're talking about some fantastic plants here. You know, I hope we're getting some people excited. I'm wondering, you know, if we could give them just a real brief help with how to plant, because this is the planting time.
Yes, it's important to get the tree in the ground right. So I like to dig a big ugly hole with my pickaxe. I don't want to create a pot. I want to have the hole 3 times as wide if I can,
Right.
but no more than the same depth of your root ball. You don't
Right.
want the tree to sink down.
Wide, not deep.
Why not wide, not deep? Yes.
Right.
Then I like to help my trees with mycorrhizae in the beginning. So
And that's a product that is available now. People can buy this mycorrhizae.
you can buy it in powder form. You put it in the planting hole at planting time, and these are beneficial fungi
Right.
that they colonize the root zone, and they help tremendously with the nutrient and water uptake.
The rusty black haw viburnum. Talk about fall color plants for our area. This is a year-round plant, though, I think.
It is. I love the dark green glossy foliage, and those white flowers seem to almost glow and shine against that foliage.
Right.
Later on, it has attractive drupes of berries, and then it gives fall color. You get reds, even into purple, and
Right.
deeper shades yellow.
Yes.
But the more sun it gets, a specimen. you know.
Right. And a great plant for birds because it has beautiful drupes or fruit, which are kind of metallic purple looking.
Yes.
You know, so much about this plant that I really love, and grows as an understory or out in the full sun. It's very adaptable.
Yes, it's very adaptable,
Yeah.
soil and sunlight-wise. Yes.
Yeah, it's an easy plant to grow.
Just don't like overwatering.
That's true. Don't overwater. The next plant is a native dogwood, not the beautiful eastern dogwood, but
Right.
this is our own little roughleaf dogwood, which is a great plant.
It is. So we can grow a dogwood in Texas, the roughleaf dogwood. I love it for spring color. It has beautiful, huge white clusters of flowers that will
Right.
just be covered with butterflies, especially admirals seem to love it.
The fall color is great.
The fall color is good on it. It likes a little additional moisture, especially
Right.
to get established.
It's a stream bank plant, I think, in our
Stream tree,
area.
yes, but it grows well understory, and it's beautiful white fruit on it too.
Yeah, and very good for erosion control. Speaking of
Yes,
erosion
erosion
control, this is
control.
one of the ideal plants for that. If you have a slope and you want to control it, this is a great candidate for that.
Yeah.
Mexican buckeye is something we think of in the springtime because of the beautiful flowers, but it's a great fall color plant too.
It is. So again, one tree that has both benefits and is one of the first ones to bloom with these beautiful pink flowers, an important food source for our native pollinators. And then in the fall, you get this golden yellow fall color on it, and it can grow understory. You know,
Yeah, absolutely. It's a
definitely.
great understory plant. I think the ideals like morning sun, afternoon shade. We have a couple of big oak trees to talk about, and we're going to do so real briefly. Chinkapin and bur oak. They're both terrific trees for our area.
Yes. So bur oak's one of my favorite oaks. I love that it's majestic. Everything about it is
It is.
majestic. It can
Right.
grow 60 to 80 feet tall. The acorns are even the acorns are big.
It's golf ball size.
Yes, it's gorgeous, and it provides a lot of shade. It gets equally wide.
Right. And the chinkapin is well adapted to the hill country or to here in the middle of the city. It does quite well.
Yes.
Again, if you're planting it in clay, I'd just plant it up a little
Just
bit.
plant it up. They just like a deep soil, but a well-draining soil. Yes.
Okay. Well, Ava, Native Plant Week is coming up. This is a great way to celebrate. We really appreciate you being on board to share all these terrific Texas trees, and hopefully a lot of people out there will get busy planting.
That'd be wonderful. Yes, and planting a tree is a wonderful way to celebrate Native Plant Week all year long because you have spring color, you
Okay.
have fall food.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. And coming up next is our friend Daphne.